This is from Restored Republic via GCR, compiled by Judy Byington. Judy noted it was imperative that Tier 4B started this week because liquidity was already released on Monday evening, June 1st, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Plus, we were promised at least 10 days to exchange and redeem at the contract rates, and contract rates would only be available until Tier 5 public start. And the IMF had announced that they would not move to public start date past Monday, the 15th of June. Over the next 24 hours, by Wednesday, June 3rd, midnight Eastern Time, pending POTUS and RV teams working through events of riots, Wells Fargo would release emails containing 800 numbers for Tier 4B to set appointments. According to Fleming's military intel contact, GCR liquidity was released Monday evening, 1 June at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. In Australia, Swift Pay, both internal and international transfers, was disabled overnight Sunday, May 31st to Monday, June 1st. There were many reports of the deep state's old Swift money transfer system from one bank to another being shut down in banks across the globe. Paymasters were reporting payouts in Hong Kong and Zurich starting Tuesday, the 2nd of June. Miami paymasters said they had pending releases, holds taken off accounts, and were told they would be given the go start anytime over the next 24 hours now. There were reports of Tier 3 church groups signaling so as to indicate they already had liquidity. On Sunday morning, May 31st, the IMF had announced to global finance ministers that RVGCR was underway, with the redemption process started. Security teams and Department of Defense signed off and gave release at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Sunday, May 31st, after which the Admiral and banks were given the green light to proceed with release of downline liquidity at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. A global green light was given 9 p.m. Eastern Sunday, while Admiral released his funds at 12:01 a.m. Eastern Monday, June 1st. 800 numbers and contract rates would be available until Tier 5 general public was allowed to exchange foreign currencies at the new international rates Monday, June 15th. On June 1st, POTUS announced that he would be deploying the military to stop the riots. That meant the president was enacting soft martial law under the Insurrection Act of 1807 to deploy the U.S. military to quell the riots where deep state Democrat governors and mayors were not able or not willing to stop rioters with the local police and State National Guard, An official public announcement of the U.S. Republic could come as early as the 4th of July or wait a few months until the fall. Fleming Military Intel Contact Report, June 2nd, Tuesday, 4:49 p.m. Eastern Time. They had to get Tier 4B started this week because they needed at least 10 days to exchange and redeem the contract rates. Contract rates would only be available until the public start, and the IMF was not moving the Tier 5 public start date past Monday, the 15th of June. At your exchange, you'll be negotiating a 2% exchange fee with your exchange banker. Fleming Military Intel Contact Report, Tuesday, June 2nd, 3:12 p.m. Eastern Time. On Sunday, May 31st, Monday, June 1st, releases were given to proceed with release sequences as planned. Over the last weekend, the Department of Defense gave the U.S. Treasury authorization to move massive funds into place for payouts exchanges this week. Higher tier accounts were being adjusted to the current U.S. note rate and paid out accordingly. Paymasters were reporting payouts in Hong Kong and Zurich started Tuesday, June 2nd. Miami paymasters said they had pending releases, holds taken off accounts, and they were told they would be given the go to start anytime over the next 48 hours. Intermediate settlement deliveries, CMKX, FMP, etc., were staged and ready to start anytime over the next 48 hours. There were many reports of deep state old SWIFT transfer system being shut down in banks globally as planned Monday, June 1st forward, like AH on Monday, June 1st. In Australia, Swift Pay, the immediate money transfer system from one bank to another, both internal and international transfers, was disabled overnight from Sunday 31st to Monday, June 1st. There were reports of Tier 3 church groups signaling so as to indicate they had liquidity. Tier 4B could start anytime from now within the next 48 hours, pending POTUS and RV teams working through ground level events with the riots. A high-level paymaster source said that POTUS was in the process of signing a multilateral fee share agreement for redemption/exchanges. That would be the last sign-off needed in order to start lower-level payouts and exchanges. POTUS, the security teams, and all RV teams were watching the riot Antifa agitators as POTUS announced publicly yesterday, Monday, June 1st, he would be deploying the military to stop the riots. This meant that the president was enacting soft martial law under the Insurrection Act of 1807 to deploy the U.S. military to quell the riots, where deep state Democrat governors and mayors were not able, not willing to stop riots with police and National Guard. For proof of this, read QAnon's post mentioning calling the ball from Monday, June 1st. Calling the ball was a term used of fighter pilots coming in for landing on aircraft carriers. The term deep state was not synonymous with Democrats as opposed to Republicans, but the deep state has overtaken the Democrat Party almost completely, though there are plenty of Republican deep state congresspeople like Romney, Flake, etc., whom the deep state compromised. Government officials on both sides have taken criminal bribes from deep state cartels and operatives coming in from deep state operations like Antifa rioting, drug and gun running, money laundering, big pharma profits, mafia cartel money flows, human and child trafficking, etc. Deep state has all but lost a large portion of the black vote, so their strategy and MSM narrative was now to use riots to stoke racial hatred and new threats of COVID-19, infection surges to keep the people in fear, and economy depressed so that Trump was not reelected and the deep state would regain power. That was all they cared about. All this was playing into real-time decisions by POTUS and RV teams, though the release started from Monday, June 1st, as described by Mr. Fleming's sources above. And that's all for now. Thanks for tuning in.